Welcome to the Apex, everyone. I'm your host, Zell, and wow, it's after Blade Show. And Blade Show was a bit insane for me this year. We'll get into that a little more here in just a minute. Wow. First off, I did not go through all of the channels this week like I normally do because this is Blade Show. This show is all about Blade Show. We'll get back to general content next week. Our highlighted content this week is Blade HQ. And why is it Blade HQ? Well, this is all about me. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's all about me. Because the guys over at Blade HQ came and got me, and I did the overview for WE Knives for some of their new knives with the Elijah Isham knives, the Todd Knife and Tool knives, the WE's own designs, the double helix, freaking awesome design there. And it was just really cool to hang out with Blade HQ, be on camera with Zach, and we could show our beards. We felt pretty good about that. Anyhow, so that's our highlighted content for the week. As we move along to the blog and print, I just put down KnifeNews. Why? Because KnifeNews does have 3 or 4 articles about some of the new innovative stuff that happened at Blade Show. We've got some new stuff from Vox Designs with, and I'm not going to say who because my mind is so aflutter I can't remember everything, but it is a carbon fiber frame lock. Yeah. You heard me. Carbon fiber frame lock. The lock bar is CF. Does have a steel lock bar insert, of course, because CF against steel wouldn't be so great. But the lock bar, the spring itself, is carbon fiber. Really, really cool design. And I tried to talk to the guys about it, but I just didn't have time. We'll talk more about that here in just a minute. So, in video, everyone that I am going to name off here are places where videos are already going up, either already up or are going up as the next few days roll out. So, reference back here to the website, the apexnews.com, and check these links over the next few days. Be sure to subscribe to these channels because some of them did a lot of filming, and then they're going to be getting the content edited up and out to you over the next week or so. First up, Blade HQ. We already talked about that a little bit, but they did more than just talk to me. They talked to a lot of different people at Blade Show, and they were super cool. The whole crew over there is just awesome to work with. And then we had BirdShot IV. They've got some video up already, and they may have some more coming. Staza23. I told you guys before Blade Show to follow Staza's channel and keep it on the refresh button. And Staza did just what I thought. That guy went and got everywhere. I mean, he's like the Energizer Bunny when it comes to this stuff. Talked to a lot of different makers. Brought you a lot of different knives. If you haven't looked through Staza's stuff, it's almost time to go do it as soon as we're done talking here. And then Smoky Mountain Knife Works. That's another one that I talked to about the Todd Knife and Tool Roxie and the double helix. And we're going to take a bit of a break right there, and we're going to talk about the Todd Knife and Tool Roxie. You're going to stop seeing my face because I'm going to put pictures right here. That is the Roxie. That is a design by my brother and myself. We are Todd Knife and Tool. We design together, and then my brother prototypes these things down in Houston to make sure the ergonomics are right, to make sure that they fit the hand properly. I suppose that's ergonomics, but make sure that everything is going to work right. Make sure the pivots work right. Make sure everything right down to the very minute details is right before we send these designs out to manufacture or give the manufacturers options to do them. And this one was picked up by WE Knife Company last year. And since then, we do have a prototype. I should have a video up next week with the 2 prototypes. Our prototype that was handmade in Houston and the prototype that WE has done. And that knife should be available in December if we don't have any other changes. And guys, it is just a huge, huge honor for my brother and I to have the Roxie out there for you guys, or on the way for you guys. And we hope you really, really enjoy the knife. And if the Roxie at around 2 5/8 inches of blade is too small for you, have no fear. Backing up the Roxie, we're going to have the Roxie IV sometime next year. Hopefully before Blade Show. Don't know for sure yet on the production schedule. That one will also be with WE. But we're not just working with WE. I have some other announcements that I can't completely talk about yet, but there are going to be more Todd Knife and Tool designs this fall and into early next year. So if you like our design language, you like our ergos, Todd Knife and Tool is going to have a knife for you, from more small knives and some big knives in that 4-inch category. And we're working on a deal with a 3.5 incher. And yeah, I know somebody's saying, well, where's the 3-inch knife? That one we're going to see about doing next spring. About a 2.95 inch knife. No guarantees, but we're working on it. Anyhow, really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate all the support for Todd Knife and Tool. All the support for myself and Seth. It's just been phenomenal, guys. And we're happy to bring those knives to you. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of overwhelming. I did so many interviews at Blade Show. It was crazy. And got Seth in on many of them as well. If you go through Instagram, on my Instagram and the Todd Knife and Tool Instagram, you'll see us talking with Blade HQ and some other places too. So appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones that help make this happen for us, and we really, really appreciate it. All right, let's move on along. We talked about BirdShot IV having some stuff up. House of Wisdom. He did a bunch of maker interviews. Really short little videos talking to the makers, and wow, nice stuff, nice stuff. You're going to want to go check all of those out. Hopefully these channels are making playlists of this stuff. I would, but I just don't have time. The past few days have been crazy, and I've got to turn around and leave again tomorrow to head to Houston to do some more stuff with my brother on these Todd Knife and Tool knives. So, woo! Priority survival. He had some stuff up, and he may have some more coming. Excuse me. JT's Knife Life had a few videos, and Eugene Kwon. I just like saying it that way, Eugene. I hope you don't mind. Eugene had several videos up. If you're looking to see the Roxie, he's got some good close-up of the Roxie. Stazza also has some good close-up of the Roxie. And guys, I just don't even know what to say. If you have never experienced Blade Show, it is just a super, super cool thing. And it's not just cool because of, you know, all the knives and all that. It's cool because of the people and the community. And yeah, I'll roll in. We'll look at some of the knives that came back with me from Blade Show as we go here. And we'll be having, I have a video recorded that shows all these knives. And hopefully, I just picked up a MacBook Pro, and hopefully I'll figure out iMovie well enough to edit that video and get it out to you in the next day or so. You know, we came with the Wasabi, which is a perfect Brian spec knife. They also came with the Goody Van Poppel. And Goody, I'm sorry, but I can't remember the name of this one right now. So many knife names running through my head. Ferox, that's this guy. Big old bruiser of a knife. And so many others, guys. Lots of knives, but the most important thing is the people. You would be surprised at Blade Show if you've never been. It's not a place where the majority of the people take any of their fame and let it go to their head. You can talk to almost anybody and have a conversation, not just a, oh, hi, how you doing? And it's such a great sharing community. You know, you have guys like Mike Ecom and Luma Blades that are just awesome people. But also, you have guys like that are higher profile, like Leon Ma or Travis Wirtz or the Beggs or Rick Hinderer. And these guys, whenever they have a moment, are just as happy to talk to you about stuff as anybody else. And that's the magic of Blade Show, friends and neighbors. And I'm not going to run this one long. We're not even going to do a podcast this week, because if you want to catch up on all the podcast stuff, the Slicey Dicey podcast will be covering Blade Show with Brian, Stazza, and myself in the next few days. And that's where we'll get deeper into it in the podcast format. This video is only going to be about 10 or 15 minutes, so I'm not going to try to turn it into a podcast. So if you were hoping for that, guys, I apologize. But just get out there and watch the videos. Enjoy Blade Show, even if you have to do it from afar. And make your plans early and get there next year if you can. And if you can't get to Blade Show, if you're overseas, get to Iowa or one of the other shows. If you're in Europe, if you're here in the States, get to your local knife and gun show. Even if you're not into guns, just get there and look through the knives, see what the makers are doing. The knife community is such a great community. Get out there and be part of it. Anyhow, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.